Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Karen Miller.
This is episode 123 of our knitting, crocheting, sewing, whatever we're crafting on podcast.
Yep.
We are located in Bradley, Illinois, which is 60 miles south of Chicago. You can find us on Instagram, Ravelry, Facebook, and you can also find us on Etsy at the Knit for Brains Designs shop. Wow, words.
Mm-hmm. Already, that didn't take long.
Where can they find you?
Usually sitting in a recliner on Sundays at your house. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Loopy Stitcher, Lupy Stitcher, all one word. And then in Ravelry, I do have a couple of designs, Loopy Stitchers designs.
What's going on with the weather? People are wondering.
It's beautiful out.
Oh, so she says.
I like this kind of weather.
Okay, no, I like the temperature, but our wind is blowing around our high pollen.
Oh, well.
And I'm out of my homeopathic drops I take in the morning for all the outdoor stuff, so you're going to be able to tell this episode because I'm very draining and all that stuff.
It's been running in the low 70s with... The sun's been warm, but it's been a cool breeze, like she complains about. I think this weather is the perfect kind of weather. If I could have this all year round, I would love it.
I'm just glad it stopped raining because all we had was rain for a bit there.
Yeah. Inside, it's chilly.
People love that.
With the breeze on the back of my neck.
It's been... Yeah, the vent's right behind you.
It is.
She doesn't have her Snuggie on though today.
No, I wore jeans today.
It's been it's some mornings when I get up, of course I'm up at the crack of dawn. It's quite chilly out still. Mm-hmm. The other morning when I took my walk, I had to put a sweatshirt on. And I was like, oh, it'll probably come off, 10 minutes into the walk because I usually get really warm. And no, it stayed on the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that breeze would come through and it was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we turned off the air we turned the air off and then turned it back on, like, later on in the day. Somebody was like, is it time to do I need to put a heater on? I'm like, are you nuts? I mean, it's nice out, but it's not that cold.
My heat typically does not get turned on until, like, December.
Yeah.
Because 65 year-round, guys.
Yep.
So even when it gets turned on, it's not like...
Yeah. That's where I miss... we used to have it doesn't work anymore, a whole house fan, and that's where I used to love having that with this kind of weather, because we live in a tri-level, so the upstairs gets really warm. Mm-hmm. So by having a whole house fan upstairs, we could pull the cooler breeze and the cooler air from downstairs up, and that was always great. And then I could have windows open and not have to...
See, I forgot I have to have the air on because I cannot open my windows. First off, I don't want to hear my neighbors. I love people. And then second off, we run in and out too much, and I would never leave my home with the windows open if I wasn't here.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So we would nonstop be opening and shutting windows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
Anyways.
All right. Shop update.
She's got lots of stuff to show.
I do.
A towering pile over there.
So I did an in-between update, which we did do a video on, but I will show you what's left from that one really quick before I show you the new bags. I have one of the Festive Gnomes zippered sweater bags with the green interior. Remind me to tell you about this later because, yeah. I
love the gnomes.
One of the Super Mario sweater bags. The inside is the red. I have two of these, and this has got some gold glitter going on there. Look at that. And
it almost looks like paper.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's got like a greenish inside. So two of the medium drawstrings for that. I got one of the little snowmen. And the top is the inside. Oh. One left of the medium-sized drawstring teddy bears. The top is the inside as well. Also medium size. I love the colors on this.
Mm-hmm.
The top color, bring that a little closer. It's actually, I don't know if it's coming across on that very well. It is a green.
Yeah, it's almost a really deep olive green.
So one of those. I have 2 of those left. Sorry, 3 in the sock bag with that same fabric on the outside, but on the inside is this one here.
Rusty orange.
And this one, I love. It's so cute. Look at that. It's so cute. The inside is the red with the polka dots. I have 2 of those. All right. Ready for some new ones? Let me flip the stack. No, that'll work this way. Just ignore me.
I was waiting for her to flip it and it land all over me or something.
So, sweater size, zipper. The black is the inside. I have 2 of those left. Okay, I really like this next one too.
Mm-hmm. You like snowmen, don't you?
I guess I do.
Yeah.
And there's blue with it.
So,
So,
of course, yeah.
we actually called this one in the shop Red, White, and Snow. And the blue that's on the handle is the inside fabric. I have, and this is sweater size, 2 of those. I did have this in a sweater size, but I sold out. But I have a couple mediums left. This one is called When Pigs Fly. I mean, how funny is that? I had to get it just because this was a last minute edition. Brett was already like getting all the fabric cut and everything. And I was walking back through and I saw this. I'm like, oh my gosh, When Pigs Fly. Gotta get it. It's just funny. The yellow on the inside. And these are the medium sized zippers. I have 3 of those. This next fabric I bought because I wanted one. So I made myself a sock bag out of it.
Snowman and candy.
Yes. I kind of have a whole candy thing going. Runts. But look how cute it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the inside is this yellow. And honest to goodness, like it is, let me hold it up there, almost a perfect match.
Oh, yeah.
To the outside of the banana.
Uh-huh. It is.
So I have 2 of those in the zippered. Then we're going to move into the medium drawstring bags. Got snow globes. And the inside is almost a perfect match.
Mm-hmm.
To the pink color of the snow globes.
Inside them, yeah.
Yeah. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Then we have the return of the sheep in the medium. Again, the black is the inside. For anybody that hasn't seen these yet, big box bottom. This actually fits quite a bit. I have 2 of those. I really want to take one of these. My
Who's to say it's not going to disappear?
Yeah. No, I'm behaving myself. I've got 1, 2, 3 of these. The runts in the medium-sized drawstring. I also have 3 of these. Then moving to sock size. Snow globes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, the pink is at the top, which is the interior.
You've been a sewing fool, girl.
Yes.
Busy beaver.
I only have 1 of the When Pigs Fly left in the sock size. Yellow is the inside. I have 1 of the Red, White, and Snow. And I only have 2 of the runts because I took 1.
That's pretty good considering all those.
I know, right? I only took 1. I'm on good behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try not to rock the camera, but put those under there. So that is Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Okay. Oh, and I should mention, we do offer free shipping in the U.S. We always forget to tell them that.
Yep.
Alrighty. Do you have any FOs?
Heck no.
All right, so it's my turn, huh?
Yep. Karen has been in a knitting funk.
All right, well, I
didn't realize how much until I went to go collect my stuff, and I was like, ooh, okay.
I showed these last time by Turtle Pearl, and it is the Winter's Coming. I did it, guys. Who are these for?
Those look like Wendy's.
They look like Wendy. I'm like, who are these for? Well, because I know I have some. These are Wendy's. So that's how they came out. Except for I kind of got the heel nut on there right. There we go. And I do have a full pair. I'm just being lazy. Ta-da! Yeah, because I had previously done myself a pair in this colorway, so.
Yep.
Then, I shown this last time. I guess I didn't need these sock blockers. I was thinking those socks were for me. And my breath is called back. This was another one I stole. And if you missed this bag, never fear. I have more of them coming. All right, so this is my Hug Shot by Casapinka. And there we go. I told you guys last time I was really enjoying this knit.
So much so that she finished it.
So the colors I was using was from Cherry Pie. This one is Laura's Blue Unicorn, and this one is Rainstorm, which I have enough left to do something with these.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love the two colors together. I'm going to tuck that in there. Something like that. So, I did not block this, but it is done. So, literally last time, that was all I had, was the tip to the stitch marker there. I guess we're going to have to kind of show it this way, right? Yeah. So, other end, guys, look how beautiful that is. So I knit all of that from here to where we just shot. That was a lot of knitting.
Plus the bags.
Yes, this was a lot of knitting. But I love the way the colors were playing. And I love the pattern.
Even with the variegated, that turned out really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard with variegated
Bring it up.
and
You can kind of
speckled
see the stitches.
yarn.
Yeah, you can still see the patterning.
You can still see it. Yeah.
But it came out beautiful. I better take the stitch marker off there, or I'll put this shawl away, and I just snagged it.
I hate when that happens.
Put that there. So that's an FO. Then, almost lost sock blockers. And it would have been loud because they were wood ones. I decided to do some scrubbies because I only had one scrubby left. Yeah, Karen's laughing because I know previously I bought a thing of blue scrubby yarn. I showed it on here. I put it somewhere. Couldn't find it. Spent hours looking for it. Tore apart my closet, which was fine because I decided to get rid of some stuff while I was in there, as I always do.
And I benefited.
And yeah, and she also
that will be my acquisition.
She got a sweater's quantity.
Yep.
So I was like, whatever. It doesn't matter what color my scrubbies are. They don't have to match my kitchen. So I made 3 scrubbies. Just little square scrubbies. So I got 3 of those done. So I'm going to put those up in my stockpile. This is
the regular scrubby stuff.
Yes, it is the scrubby with cotton, held double. Now, I had this other scrubby stuff. What's it called? Oh, Scrubs from Mary Maxim. But it's not like stiff feeling.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to try it and see what I think once I actually have it knit up. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not like I'm like having to scour, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah. So I got 3 I can put in my utility cabinet for future use. And I'm just going to keep this bag out. I have some cotton and some scrubby fabric in there. Or yarn. And I'll make a few more. So.
You didn't go hunting for your tool?
I know where that's at. Because that has a thing of its own.
Yeah, we were talking about that too.
I have a ton of that.
Yeah.
I used to make...
the circular ones? Yeah.
I used to make baskets.
Oh, did you?
With tulle and yeah. So I have a ton. That's all my FOs.
Cool.
That's it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Should I do coupon codes before we do whips?
Yes, let's do that.
Oh, Karen, why don't you talk to him about her knit along?
Oh, I have to know about this stuff? Okay. We have the...
Well, it gives my throat a rest.
Gift the knits or knit along. It can be crocheted or knitted as long as you are giving it to someone else other than yourself. It could be to charity. It could be for someone's pet. We don't have a particular size, and it's been going on. We have the link up in our Ravelry page, and it goes on through December 31st. So get your stuff out there.
And it does not have to be a Christmas gift.
No, it does not.
It can be a birthday gift.
A gift.
Just a gift. Also, if there's any makers out there that are watching that want to donate a prize, just get hold of Knit for Brains on Instagram. Would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. We like to increase depending on how many people participate in both the chatter and the finished objects, right?
Yes.
Is usually what we do.
Yes.
So depending on how many, we try to up as many, prizes as we can so that everybody has really a better chance at winning something.
Yes. Yes. It makes it more fun rather than us just doing like one prize per thread and, there's 300 some entries.
Yeah.
It gets kind of discouraging when you keep entering cows like that and you don't, know. So, yeah, the more people that participate, the more entries that we have, the more we usually tend to pull for prizes. I want to say the last time I pulled 5 or 6 from the FO thread and like 2 or 3 from the chatter. But, it's based on how much participation, too. So. It does fluctuate from time to time, but yeah, we definitely do quite a few prizes for this one because it is our bigger one as well. So, all right, coupon codes. Oh, Katie's on top. Naughty Knitting Sacks. If you use code DirtyBrain15, you will receive 15% off, and then she's on Etsy. Words. Lollipop Girl Yarns on Etsy. If you use code KFB15, that is good for 15% off her hand-dyed yarns and patterns. Also usually includes any advents that she has or any clubs. Amanda Rate Cowl on Ravelry. If you use code KFB19, you will receive 20% off in her shop. Also, if there's anybody out there that wants to give us a coupon code for your shop or Ravelry, if you're a pattern designer, just get a hold of us. Yeah. I forgot to write down when we did that. Sorry, Brett. Alrighty. You're up with some whips.
We're going to be in trouble later.
No, I wrote it down after the fact. Okay. Well, when he cuts it off the front of this and adds the Knit for Brain stuff at the front anyways in the music, it's just an estimate. Yeah.
So I am almost done with my pair of socks. Last week when I was here knitting, I turned the heel and I just started the ribbing on these. see there. And I even have my stitch marker. So, of course, 2 at a time. Where the marker is down here is where I was at. So, yeah, really. I just have the ribbing and then I'll be able to cast off. Again, this is Night Owl Fibers yarn. Her self-striping. And it's, let's see, her Barn Owl sock base, 75/25, and the colorway is called Robin Hood. Which one of these, like this one here, is like really like going wonky on me.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. So I'll rescan that up when I'm done. But yeah, I'll have enough, plenty as I usually do with hers. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes I can actually slip by and get 2 pairs without even having to do contrasting on
for
hers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I love her base.
All right, we'll just go back and forth. I am also working on some Night Owl fibers, and this yarn will be going home with Karen tonight. It's her Spooky Fun 2021, and it is a 12 stripe repeat. And it did come with a mini as well, which I will pass on to you in case you need it. Mm-hmm.
And you're just about almost exact
I'm on the ribbon. So, like I said, this will be going home with you tonight. Yeah. So, yeah. And obviously these are for
fun.
Obviously these are for me. I did not worry about matching them up. I thought it'd be cute. I just wasn't worried about when we were caking yarn. I was like, let's just go for it.
Yep.
And I think they came out really cute. So there's my first whip. You're up again.
Okay, this next one is a new cast on, which I might be ripping part of it out.
Yeah, rip it.
Yeah, my first adventure into this. It is a hat, which I was doing fine with until I finally got to the point where I could kind of try it on, and I think I don't know. I'm either going to keep going and finishing it. It's called Minted by Andrea Mallory. And I am knitting with my Mohair finally. And the colors that I'm using.
Oh, if you have to rip that out.
Actually, since I'm holding it with something else, it's not really too bad. Because I had a couple of times I had to redo because actually this pattern...
is this the Mohair that Dawn gifted?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I was going to say that this yarn was gifted to me. So this is... The Mohair is Arkansas yarn, and it's called Berry Ice. And that's this colorway. Well, it's kind of blowing out, but yeah. Very pretty pale pink. Mauve undertones, and this one is spun right round, her squishy DK, and this is called, I think, Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus. So love that. But I'll show you. And I don't know, this is the first time I've knit with Mohair. Part of the problem is this is originally it is a sport weight, and this is a DK weight that I'm holding with the Mohair. And I thought I went up enough, but the cables can really kind of like...
I don't know, cables,
It almost looks like kid size.
Yeah.
I went, and I'm like, the ribbing is fine.
Oh, no. That's good.
But you think I can block it out a little bit?
No, that's good.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
you know what? Loosey-goosey.
I guess I'm so used to some of my slouch hats.
Yeah, no, that's good. That looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
But, it's great.
Yeah, I really...
Because when looking at it, it does look small, but it's stretched to fit your head quite nice, I thought.
Oh, yeah, it's got a lot of...
It's nice and snug.
Uh-huh.
it will really keep the warmth in.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially with having that mohair in there. Just don't get it near me.
I know. It's just really, really, really soft.
Yeah, I think you'll really, because we get extremely cold some years.
Yeah.
Especially because we have a lot of wind. So you're talking sometimes,
So
with wind chills,
really
way
this,
below.
I think I might, I probably wouldn't be able to eke out 2 hats, but I know for this I can probably ink out 2 hats.
Oh, yeah.
Majorly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to do a hat for Meganna.
I was just going to say that.
Because she lives in Chicago,
yes.
and it's like freezing up there. So she would definitely benefit from this. So I'll have to figure that out. I have some more. I'm like, I don't mind. And I actually wound that by hand. Nutsy cuckoo me. But I was just sitting here watching TV. Didn't feel like going downstairs and getting to my Swift. So I just,
Okay, I'm going to put
So
this
thank you,
down
Dawn. I love it. And it doesn't appear that, knock on wood, so far I'm having a problem. I don't itch or start sneezing or anything with the mohair.
Well, that's good.
So.
All right. My next one is a new cast on. Woolens and Nosh is the yarn, and it is City Blues. Oh, might want to show you. Oops. And I literally just casted it on. I'm not gonna lie. I did not match these neither. So I got me some little toes.
Yeah.
So I'll move this progress keeper up. And there we have. Well, because I was worried about where I was going to be on those socks when we went traveling today.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if those were actually going to be done because I went out with Phil and Alisha Friday to like a pumpkin patch thing with the kids, and Alisha was driving, so I got to knit. And I was like, well, what if I finish those socks there, and then I won't have socks for when we go, because we were actually supposed to go up north Saturday. So I casted these on really quick and got past the increases and just did a couple rounds that way in case I needed another pair of socks for on the go. So that's how that came about. There you have it. You have to think about your car knitting, folks.
Oh, yeah.
And restaurant knitting. That's another one.
Okay.
Oops. Why do I keep leaving the labels sitting in my lap? And then I'm not going to know what it is, and I'll be like Karen. You've been so good lately.
I have, as long as it was yarn that I hadn't, already cast on before we started podcasting together. I've been really good and very conscious about that stuff. Okay, I think the last time, this is the Up the Creek Cowl with Cozy Up. I'm on the 3rd section. I'm getting close, guys. I really am. Here's my 2 colorways. You guys have seen this multiple times before. The solid color is just Red Barn, and the variegated is called Red Barn in Winter. So, and it's on her shimmering sock. And the last time I finally got through that darn tootin' lace. And I'm on to the next section, which is like this section
Here
below.
she goes again with the tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
Toot, toot.
Guess I didn't realize I used that saying
That's
so much.
funny.
Now that you pointed
Now that I pointed it out.
I'm like, what did I say? That's it.
Well, you know.
All right. Getting close, getting close.
Let me grab another one. All right, so... Oh, don't tell me. I just made fun of her, and I might... Oh, there it is. I didn't think I had the label. So I'm using Arkansas Yarn Co. Blue Right By Me on fingering. And I did end up having... I had 4 skeins. 3 of them were not caked up, and I was only going to cake up 1. But I did go ahead and have Brett cake up all of them because once I finish my sweater, then I want to make little man a sweater out of this. Because it's going to be, he's got these blue eyes. And when she wears blue, he wears blue, it's like, they just pop. I mean, just gorgeous. So, yeah. Because I know I'm definitely going to have a lot of extra. So.
Jingle, jingle.
Sorry, guys. I have a thing on it. Except for something is caught up.
Your yarn is wrapped around it. There we go. Sometimes it's the hardest to show with sweaters.
Now, where the Progress Keeper is where I was at last time, so I did quite a bit of work. And I could have had more done, but I wanted to finish the shawl. And I have a new Progress Keeper / stitch marker I'm using. Look at that, guys. Is he not great? So this is a new style that Vicky is testing. I'm testing it to see how it holds up and that sort of thing. And that is Vic's Knits. And she is on Etsy and she has an Instagram. If you have not checked her out, you need to go do so. She also made, this one is also from her, my little dwarf. So, and this one was right up my alley.
Rumple bear and everything.
So I had her put it on the circle clasp because I like to be able to use it as a progress keeper, but also use it as a stitch marker. Which you can do with other clasps, but I really like this one. So yeah, I'm giving him a good work, a good testing. And so far, yeah, no issues.
Yep.
Love him. He makes me smile every time I get to the beginning of my round. So, yeah, and this one won't take too long because I am doing short sleeves because I can't do long sleeves. I mean, I can physically knit long sleeves. I just can't physically wear them, especially with as bad as my hot flashes are. No. Not happening. Even short sleeves some days is too much.
Okay, I have one last thing. It's very tiny. Actually, I've kind of cast it on a couple of different times and then rearranged things and whatever. Life is as life does. It's been sitting at the side and I just haven't brought it. So it's not really all that far. But this is the Night Shift shawl by Andrea Malregan. Oop.
Yeah,
picture.
Where are you going, Karen?
It's like,
is this your first time with us?
Everybody's seen that one before. Anyways, I am using the Nori Arcari. Oh, maybe in this one did. I did an epic fail. It fell out. Oh, that was so good. But it's a wool silk blend. So this is another one you can't touch. And literally, I have just started. So this will be interesting. My colors are the same. The colorway numbers are the same, which is really some pinks and some peaches and grays, and there's even some tans marled in there too. And they all just gradiate and change on their own. So I picked from one side where it started kind of like on the pink and the other one started in the gray. So there may be times where I end up with the same colors lapping over each other, and I'm okay with that. But because there will still be texture, so I started doing that. I'll have to look, because this was one of the things I was looking for before I left. So it's probably right where I had the yarn sitting on the floor.
Okay, I got two more.
And that's it. Because I thought I worked on my other sweater and I have not.
Okay, so this is a new cast on. And it's actually been cast on a couple times this week.
So it's not just me.
So I had I knew I wanted to make a cowl with it. And I had another pattern. And I started it and then I ripped it out. And I started it and I ripped it out. And then I started it. And then I kept going. And then I was like, no, this isn't working. I think I need to go down a needle size. So I tore it out again. Went down a needle size. Okay, this looks better. And then the pattern got crazy. Like there were mistakes.
Oh.
And I went, okay, this isn't meant to be.
Yeah.
So I went searching. I knew I wanted a cowl that was longer, double wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this one, and it is free on Ravelry. Co-Pilot Cowl by Dominique Trad. And it is very simple, which is great for TV watching.
Mm-hmm.
The yarn I am using is Treasure Goddess Sandy Beach. And it's on her Sparkle Toes. And I already had this caked up because I was going to use it in another project and it did not look good.
That's a different color for you.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be a little hard to show. Like, I can't show the length of it because I've got it really scrunched up on needles. Yeah, that way.
That's going to be pretty.
So basically, it'll just be, so now I'm doing the mesh section, and then I'll do this section again, and then I'll do another, mesh section. So it's very simple, which I like for my TV watching. Did I enjoy casting on this many stitches? No. But will I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about a provisional cast on when I'm done? Yes. So there's that. And I am actually making this for my nail lady.
Oh,
I have never knit her anything before, and she will wear this as like an accessory with an outfit.
Yeah,
she's more like, she's not a t-shirt sweat sort of girl like I am. She's more of a dress up all the time. Even when she's dressed down, she's dressed up.
Yeah,
you know. So I think she will get a lot of use out of this.
Yeah,
it'll be really pretty for her. And of course, I had to use sparkle yarn because sparkle.
She'll think of you every time she wears it.
Exactly. So there's that. And then, I have one more cast on. Which is a kit that I had gotten from the thrift store that was all bagged up for me. Face Your Fears hat and mitts. And I am doing the mitts. Okay. The mini is called Minty. And the main color is, I think it might be connected, is called With a Cherry on Top. It is by Twisted Owl Fiber Studio. Get tangled.
Notice how she did that without even thinking, stuck in it in her hair.
Do you know how many times that I've had all of them in there, and then I'm like, where are my DPNs? And Brett will walk past laughing, and then when he comes back through, he'll be like, they're in your hair. So now when he walks past, if I have DPNs stuck in my hair, he's like, hey, don't forget, your needles are in your head.
I guess it's better there than like sitting next to you on your leg or whatever, and next thing you know, it's down the side of the couch.
Exactly. Yep. So that's why I tend to always stick them there. So start at the cuff. It has like a little fancy bit, a little braid, which I had never done that before.
Cool.
So that was interesting. So yeah, got those started. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my neighbor's being loud. So that was a new cast on. When did I cast this on? Oh, I actually tore this out. Twice. Because when I got to the braided part, I read it wrong.
Ah.
And I was like, and I didn't realize it until I got to like the third row, which was the final row of that. I'm like, oh, wait a second. And I'm like, well, I guess I could just notate that. And I'm like, come on now, you're not that far, just tear it out.
Yeah.
You know, so I did. So there's that. That was my last whip.
Last whip.
Whip. Pattern. Okay. Acquisitions. Oh, I'm gonna zip that in there. Acquisitions.
I have one.
Alrighty.
Thanks
Do
to
show.
you.
Yeah.
I didn't bring the whole bag back, but I brought the one color so everybody could see the color. She goes and she's like, I found my Sharon. I don't know if you'll like this color.
Well, I kind of knew she would, but.
And I think it's going to be a sweater's worth. And she did have enough. Mary Maxim Simply Worsted. And guess what, guys? It's my favorite pumpkin orange rusted autumn color.
Yeah,
so,
and I had enough where she can definitely make a sweater.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Definitely make a sweater.
And it's a nice, even though it's acrylic, it's actually
it's
a nice
really soft
acrylic.
Yeah.
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 So
that will.
It was one of those things that I saw it, and there were so many skeins of it, I couldn't leave it.
Yeah.
Because sweater quantities are expensive, guys. Sometimes, you know, and I'm like, well, shoot, you know, that'll make somebody, you know. And I was like, well, maybe for the kids or something, but they're not going to wear a worsted weight sweater.
Yeah.
Not with running around, and as little as they are, they'd be hot.
You could easily find like a cardigan.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. All right, so my acquisitions are pathetic. They're thrift store acquisitions. So I found this for $1, and I could care less about the needle thing. I'll never use that. What I was after, though, was the Tuba Needles in there. That was worth $1 alone to me.
Yeah.
Because I won't use these stitch markers neither. Every time I use them, I break them.
Yeah.
I don't like the plastic ones.
Now, do you use those for cable needle? Those types of cable needles, or no? I use.
No, these are stitch holders.
Or stitch holders.
No, I don't. No, because I use the clover.
Clover ones, yeah.
Which I much prefer. But yeah, so basically, I just want the needles.
Yeah. For now.
Well, and there's quite a few needles in there. There's got to be, what, 6, 7 of them? For $1. So, yeah.
And the container itself.
Yeah. And then Brett found this. He's like, hey, honey, do you need one of these? I'm like, well, not right now, but maybe.
Never know when Karen comes over sometime and asks for a leader or like, you know, just something that just.
And he's like, well, it's $2. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And that's his thing. Every time we're at the thrift store, I'll look and be like, what do you got? And he'll be like, it's only $2. It always seems like it's only $2. So, yeah. I mean. Oh, and then my sister had sent a package for the grandbabies. And she sent me a little something. More word searches. 365, because it's meant that you do like one a day to keep your mind sharp. Yeah. Now, I love it because it has the spiral brown, and this one actually has the word search and the words all on one page, so you can fold it while you're working on it. And another thing that I really appreciate, because I have a couple of them that do not do this, and it drives me insane, they have the words you're looking for in alphabetical order. Some of them,
why wouldn't you?
Some of them don't, and it drives me insane.
Really?
I'm like, seriously? Why are these not in alphabetical order? So, like, for instance, well, here's the thing. If I find a word right off the bat that I think goes with, you know, what the theme is, on this, I can go, it would be in order.
Yeah.
Well, when they're not in alphabetical order, well, then you have to look around to find that, too. I don't want to be searching for that. I guess that's a true word search, huh? You're really searching. So, yeah.
These people that make these books really need to get hold of her, and
Yeah, let me test out your word search books. I'll tell you all about them.
Stuff.
I mean, yeah, because I have one spiral bound that I was like, oh, okay, cool, but the words are on this side, and then the puzzle's on this side.
Yeah, so you gotta have.
So I can't fold it over when I'm sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
So you've kind of defeated the purpose of having a spiral bound, as far as I'm concerned, right? Because I can't look at the list over there and memorize it, especially if they're not in alphabetical order. I mean, come on, guys. So yeah, I was quite excited to get this.
Cool.
So I'm not gonna fib. The word search book I was working on kind of got tossed to the side, and I've been doing this one because I'm like, this one's perfect. The small things that keep me entertained.
Doesn't take much.
I mean, really. So there's that. That's all I had. I've been a good girl. I had ordered a couple things, but they were gifts. Yeah. So, yeah. Alrighty. That's all the knitting content. So, if you're here for knitting, now we're going to chat.
Yep.
I got notes.
Oh my word. She's got notes. She's up in her game now.
I'm up in my game now. Okay. TV watching. I finished Chuck. I don't know how I felt about the ending. I just kind of sat there going, really? They left it very wide open. Mm-hmm. It was one of those ones where you have to use your imagination. I choose to believe that it ended up good. Well, they did. They left it wide open.
Because you're such an optimist.
I mean, I'm just like, really? So, there's that. So then, I told my son-in-law, I was texting with him, I'm like, yeah, I finished Chuck, and he was like, well, what'd you think? Because he was like, you're probably not going to like the ending.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, they kind of left it a little too open. They didn't wrap it all up, kind of thing. You have to use your imagination. He's like, well, what are you going to watch next? And I'm like, well, I have a list. So, and he's like, well, what's on the list? So I mentioned a few of them. He's like, oh, you have to watch this one. Okay. And a viewer had recommended it to me, Debbie. You.
Okay. Me? No.
No, you. Y-O-U. There's only 2 seasons of it. Uh-huh. It is on Netflix. I've watched all 2 seasons.
Of course.
The 3rd season comes out October 15th, I believe, is what... I think that's what my notes say. It's good-ish. The only problem I have, it gets a little slow in parts. Mm-hmm. Where you're just like...
So is this a Netflix original series?
Oh, I don't have that in my notes, sorry.
Oh, come on. Tip.
Oh. So it is a little slow in spots. There were other it does speed up here and there, but it is a little slow. Very different. I mean, it's good enough that I watched 2 seasons of it and made a note because I will pick up on the next season then as well. What you got, Karen? Where's it from?
It looks like it might be a
Netflix.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I finished that. So then I went to my list again of recommendations. And this time I have started one that Kevin from Needles at the Readies recommended. It is on Amazon Prime. There's 5 seasons of it. It is called Orphan Black.
I think I've heard of that one. Is that any good?
It's good.
Yeah.
At first you're kind of like, huh? And then you're like, oh. Takes you a second to,
kind of get into it.
the actress that plays the main character, okay, I'm going to give her props. She actually plays, I think it's, let's see. It might come out to be more because I'm not too far into it. 5 characters.
Oh.
That are all very, very different, have different accents, have, very different. Okay. She does an amazing job.
Okay.
I'm on season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really all of a sudden grabbed me in. Well, for the first couple episodes, I mean, with anything you watch, sometimes it's a little like, oh, what's,
Yeah.
I am wondering a bit how it's going to last the 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I tend to wonder that about a lot of shows. I mean, I'll be honest. True, right?
Yeah.
So far, I'm really liking it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely keeping me entertained. So, good recommendation. So, what's left on my list, let me tell you. In case you all have any other recommendations. I've got the list. Suits, Mindhunter, Flashpoint, The Resident, and Grimm. See, I write these things down, guys, when you refer me or you recommend shows.
Mm-hmm.
I have an actual list. So there's that. You got a list now? I don't know. Everybody's as
Didn't know I had homework.
I'm very well. Look at I even put on the back here. Finished Chuck. Left very open ended. Had to use your imagination. No kidding. Well, and it's funny because before I went to grab this note off my table out there, I was like, did I finish Chuck before the last podcast? And then I was like, how did that end? Well, I read that note and then I'm like, oh yeah. No sooner do I watch something and it's gone. I'm the same way with books. Like, I'll go and pick up a book and start reading it. And about halfway through go, I think I've read this before. Keep reading and go, oh yeah, I've read this. Well, I don't remember how it ends, so I'll finish reading it. That's just me. I don't even remember what knitting patterns I knit. She tells me, oh, you knit that one. I did. So, yeah, the memory is just not there, folks. All right, so what? Did you watch anything this last couple weeks?
No, not really. Got into How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know how I ended up watching those, but I did. It was cute. It was something to pass the time by. My class has been taking up my time, so
Did you? In case you guys didn't know, now you're gonna know. Did you watch the new FBI's or NCIS's?
No, I haven't.
Last week. Okay, now I am kind of mad at myself. So
at least I don't have to record them anymore.
So did the SVUs. I went in there and I'm like, maybe I won't watch Amazon tonight. Let me see what's recorded. And I see, FBI's Most Wanted, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, those are just reruns. I delete FBI Most Wanted. And then I go, wait, it's September. So I go on to FBI, the new one. I'm like, son of a gun. And the FBI Most Wanted ties in with the FBI. It carries over.
Oh, no.
It's fine. I mean, I could watch it on the streaming thing or whatever, but
yeah,
quite honestly, I'm not worried about one episode.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever. Okay, so, SVU.
I didn't think you were going to get into it this time.
Well, I watched the first one, and then I watched Staplers, which I'm still, But it looks like Olivia and him are going to hook up.
Really?
Well, I think they might be trying to deceive us, though, okay? For the preview for this coming week, they make it appear like they're going to hook up. Doesn't mean they're going to. But then there has been stuff out there on social media about fans are going to be very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe. I don't know. SWAT did not start that I saw. NCIS started. I did miss, or I forgot about, or whatever.
I wonder if CSI started.
The Hawaii one started, and I forgot about it. I don't know if I want to get involved in another show. Yeah, I don't know.
I can stream those, though.
So, I'm trying to think if there was anything else TV-wise. Hell's Kitchen finished. Master Chef finished.
There was a Master Chef?
Uh-huh.
Gosh, dog it.
Was The Bachelor's Paradise. That's still going. I watch a lot of stuff, guys.
One time I was doing my homework in the other room and the TV was playing and I'm not paying attention, like I can hear the TV where my office is.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden I realize it's Bachelor or Bachelor Paradise or whatever. I'm like, is Chuck in there watching that? Like, couldn't imagine. I come out and no, he's upstairs. I'm like, no, he's watching it.
Paradise is the best out of all of them. More funny stuff than the rest of people are just nuts
Stupid.
on there. Yeah, I mean, honestly. I'm still having problems watching that. I mean, I've watched that for quite a while now, but now that Chris Harrison is no longer the host.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes when you get rid of...
Well, I felt the same.
Like
I felt
America's
the same way
Got
with
Talent when they got rid of Nick Cannon.
Yeah, he made the show.
Yep, he made the show. The guy they have now, what's his name? I don't know.
Terry Crews.
Yeah, he's a hunk. But...
Oh. See, I don't...
He's better.
Yeah, then, what's-her-face was doing it. That I can't stand.
The model.
Tyra Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like her as the host. I have 3 episodes of that, the final ones, that I haven't watched. Basically, because I'm not into the talent that they... Mm-hmm. Like, I have not agreed with their choices along the way. I will finish it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I usually watch the shows, and I'll fast forward. Like, I'll start to... No. I don't... No. And then I'll stop to listen to the judges' comments. And the results show the next night, I don't even bother watching. Like, I'll see who's gone the next time. True story.
Yeah.
My TV watching is just kind of like...
I watch The Voice.
See, I haven't been out... Now, okay, the only reason I would watch The Voice...
He's gone.
Left.
I knew you
knew it. And I had issues with him when he showed up in a suit. Or like a jet. No. Have a t-shirt on, show me your tats.
Be real.
Right.
I really didn't care for all the hair colors he was doing either.
Yeah, that blonde was awful.
Oh, that was
Adam.
harsh.
Adam, right?
Yep.
Yes, in case you're wondering who we're talking about. Well, I hear Blake's leaving. Or could be leaving.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's rumored he's leaving. So, yeah.
Yeah, they got little Ariana on there this time.
What do you think?
She's almost like too sweet. We'll see what happens. Like, you can tell she's a very genuine, person and everything. But it's like, she needs to roughen up if she's going to really compete against it. Yes, they got her sitting next to Blake. And I'm like, if that's not...
I never really got into The Voice very much. Yeah. Now, I used to watch American Idol and don't watch that anymore for a couple reasons. One, Simon isn't on there anymore. Mm-hmm. Which... Footnote, he's really lost his backbone since he's moved to America's Got Talent. He's not mean anymore.
Yeah.
And I kind of enjoyed when he was mean. Because he really spoke. Like, anytime he, didn't like somebody, mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I agree, Yeah.
I kind of got out of watching. I used to watch America's Got Talent all the time. Then a couple years ago, Andrew, a local talent, was supposed to be on the show. He actually went to school with my daughter. Was 2 years older than me, Anna. And they kept, saying he was supposed to be on. And I really kind of got disheartened because his actual initial audition never showed. Mm-hmm. He got like a snippet from the actual, he got passed and got to the Vegas auditions where then they cut more people. Mm-hmm. So he got to this second level and he didn't get past that. Mm. But I was just like, I don't know. I just was kind of like the whole thing. They kind of strung him on in terms of the information, the producers and stuff. I was like, I just kind of got a bitter taste in my mouth for the show a little bit. Well, and like you said,
some of the acts that they send through should not go through.
Well, yeah, and I almost think having 4 judges really instead of the 3 just really doesn't make it as much fun.
Mm. That's true.
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah, there you have it.
So I kind of stopped watching that show. Personal preference.
Try to think if there was anything else that we both watched that just came back that, I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's that. Nothing else new really here.
No.
I've just been sewing and knitting and cleaning and doing lots of cooking. Oh, we found a new cooking podcast, guys.
I mean, we're going to watch, 2 of them?
She just released a new one. Okay, let me pull it up here. So
They're short. Very short.
10 to 12 minutes. Mm-hmm. We were watching podcasts last week, and I've been having some weird recommendations on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And she was...
Because it was listening to our conversations. Let's be real. It was listening to the fact that my husband...
And this is what we saw.
Watch what he's starting to eat.
6 amazing crock-pot dinners. Dump and go crock-pot dinners. And we both looked at each other and went, we like crock-pot dinners. So we watched a couple of them. I'm trying to find, because she has a new one. Okay, so the one that she released this time is 20-minute family meals. Mm-hmm. It's only 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Oh, stop. Sorry, guys. Show your body. Pause. I was trying to find, okay, here. Trying to find her channel for you.
She's got a lot of them out there. In fact, I was watching some
Julia, help me with the name.
Pacheco, Paceco.
So she even on some of them takes you to the grocery store. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 of the easiest crock-pot meals, 5 tasty one-pot meals.
Cheap pans.
Cheap and fancy crock-pot dinners, 4 dump and goes, 5 amazing ways you can use canned biscuits. So, if you're into this sort of thing, I was telling my nail lady about it, and she's like, can you send me that link? I'm like, I sure can. Let me put that up there for you. There you go.
There you go.
So, yeah, and she, just doot right through those.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't look, but I believe she said that, the recipes are... on the YouTube, in the drop-down box, so you wouldn't have to try to cook with her and all that sort of thing, because I can't do stuff as fast as her.
Yep.
So we did start with that. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, and we were we were impressed because I'm like, most of those ingredients I have.
The breakfast crock-pot one. Yeah, that one. I recommend watching that one. Mm-hmm. We were both like, oh, I'd eat that. There was one she did. It was, I think...
You wouldn't eat and I would. It was an oatmeal, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, oatmeal.
Yeah, I ain't getting oatmeal.
There was the one, though, that was spend $20 on X amount of days for X amount of people. Yeah, no. There was no meat.
Yeah. It was a $10 challenge, and I was like,
I have to have meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that one, no.
But at least it gives you some options. Even if you spent the $10 just to do that, you could still add the meat. I mean, that was still true. Pretty cheap. And what she was the basic staples that she had there was, it was a decent staples, and it was neat to
it's
see
not
that. Yeah.
Not a lot of ingredients. There's not a bunch of ingredients that you've never heard of, which is a lot of problems with different recipes and cookbooks and stuff like that. It's really
or crazy seasonings you don't have in your
I don't want to have to go and buy 33 seasonings
Yeah.
to make this one recipe.
Yeah.
Well, I did, what I do this week, I did nachos, which Brett always enjoys. I did, I used my Instapot and I made my cheesy chicken and rice with broccoli, which we've always enjoyed before. Did not come out good. Neither one of us, it was very bland. And I precisely followed, so I don't know. And then I did, what was the last thing I did? Cheeseburger mac and cheese in the Instapot. It tasted basically like Hamburger Helper. So he loved it. I ate it. I don't like macaroni and cheese. The only reason why I was able to eat it was because there was ground beef in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I ate a very small helping.
Yeah.
It was more for him than me.
Yeah. I told Buddy about it. I was like, Buddy was home this weekend. I was like, I know he's been doing the, was it HelloFresh or whatever?
Oh, yep.
He's trying to lose some weight. And also being single, he's never, his extent of cooking was chicken nuggets, French fries, macaroni and cheese, and hot dogs. And
well, and with that you get everything that you need.
Right. And so, and he's a guy by himself, so he's still kind of learning and stuff. And so I told him about that. I was like, you need to check this lady out. Because he is getting better at, wanting to have, I'm like, the crock pot thing. You can go and be at work and come home to it.
Yep.
And it not be a problem. And I know he has a crock pot. I gave him mine. one of mine, of the two I had.
Well, we were at Sam's Club today. I know I'll be getting my crock pot out because I got some corned beef. And I always make my corned beef in the crock pot.
Mm.
And then what else did I get? Oh, I got stuff for, he likes tacos. I don't eat ground beef tacos. So, no.
You like your steak tacos.
I like steak tacos. Good. So I did get some steak for me. So I can make myself steak tacos and make him his regular tacos. Oh, and then we got, which this was kind of out of the blue. Every time we go to Sam's Club, they make rotisserie chickens there. Where they're hot. Yes. And you walk. There's always a line. And I'm talking a line for these rotisserie chickens. And people are and I'm like, what is the deal with these? We're walking down the aisles again. And I'm like, and Brett's laughing. He's like, they're in line for the chickens again. And you could smell them. And when you walk past, you can see gazillions of them cooking and whatever. So the guy brings them out and, it's everybody gets some. There's still people standing around because they're waiting for the next batch because there wasn't enough. And we go walking back past, and Brett's like, hey, they're bringing out a new batch of rotisserie chicken. If you want to get one, you might be able to get one. There's not, a really huge line. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, well, you better. I'm like, okay. So I go over there. It smelled delicious. $4.98.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is why people are hoarding over here. So
already cooked, and you don't even have to. Yeah,
I got myself a rotisserie chicken. I had already ate, but
yeah,
it's in my refrigerator. And then I bought myself some loaded potato salad. And I'm like, oh, that'll be good. And
these
then
people are going to be like, what kind of show is this?
And then he'll eat pizza.
Yeah,
because he doesn't do chicken.
Oh, he doesn't even do chicken.
No,
okay.
not very. No.
So we'll get the just here locally at our local grocery store the rotisserie chicken. Usually, I always try to get it when it's on sale, $4.98 or so. And then I'll just get an instant thing of mashed potatoes and corn. Go with it. The whole fixings, all already done. And then whatever's left, I will hold over the whole, bones and whatever chicken is left. And I put that in the crock pot with cream of chicken soup and a bag of frozen veggies and let it cook in the crock pot. Add some chicken broth to it. And basically what's left of the chicken will, come off the bone, pull out the bone, and I got chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, I don't eat soup. I shouldn't say
I
that.
also make a really mean chicken pot pie with it too.
Okay, that I could do.
Yeah.
Now, when I say I don't eat soup, I do break that rule for Panera.
Yeah, because I was like, you do go there. We do go there.
That is the only time I usually eat soup. I typically don't eat soup. Now, I will tell you, after I had surgery, I had to eat some soup.
Yeah.
Did
you make Brett go get some?
No, he didn't. He didn't get Panera. He just went to the store and got some.
Yeah.
Thankfully that didn't last too many days because I would have been, and he had to load it with crackers.
Yeah.
Like if I have a lot of crackers, I literally have more crackers probably than soup.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a big soup eater. Where Brett,
you could probably do it if it's more like I said, a chicken pot pie. It's thicker. It's almost like a stew, but if it's more like brothy and stuff that you don't.
Yeah.
See, Buddy's not a real big soup.
See, Brett, give him a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup, and he's a happy boy.
Oh yeah.
I don't eat either. I like bread and I like cheese, but I don't like grilled cheese.
Okay, you're strange. We should just stop there.
Yeah, we should stop there. Alrighty. So, go check out some bags. Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Do you want to tell them?
Don't forget about the Cowl.
What else?
Check out our the coupons that we gave you. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.